okay.
Okay.
I think I have a handle on how to create the various chords. So if we look on simple gifts on page 258,
Uh-huh.
I had one as FAC.
Correct.
Pretty easy, right? Because we're in F. Then 6/6 would be FAD,
Correct.
and 2/6/4 would be DG B flat.
Say that one more time.
DG B flat.
264 would be B flat E G.
Wait a minute. Let me see what I did wrong here.
B flat E G, yeah.
B flat, EG.
I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong key. I'm sorry, that's not right. You're right. D G B flat. You're right.
Okay. And then B7 would be B flat, CE.
That would be 565.
That would be 5/6/5.
Yeah. 5/7 would be C E G B flat.
Okay. And let me look at my other notes here. 7. Okay, maybe that's why I have this mixed up, and that would be some other questions I had. Okay, so if we look at that, okay. Oh, where's my notes at? Darn it all. Yes. This is too many pages of junk. Okay, so we would be looking at 5, 2, which would be 5, no, 5, 7, 2, and no, what am I talking about? 5, 7, 9, and 11.
Yeah, you can call it that.
Okay, so if we look at it that way, 5, 7, 9, 11, or that would be like 5, 7, 2, and 4, right?
You got it. That's what I wrote on my screen.
Okay, and we would drop the 2,
Hello. All right.
right? You drop the 2,
You can. You don't have to, but you can.
and then you move the 7 back in front.
That's how you're used to playing the five chord, yeah. But you don't have to, and in this particular circumstance, they don't want you to. They want you just to play the 5/7 chord. But ever since you learned chord progression, page 170, that's how you've always played it.
Well, I thought you said that you drop the 2,
You
and
can, yeah. That's how
then,
we've taught you to do it.
then to make it easier to play,
Absolutely.
you push the 7 in front.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true. But it might be worth trying to play all four of them.
Well,
Because
okay, I could
because
playing all 4. If we just play all 4, that
might make it easier, actually.
okay. Well, if you play all 4, then you'd be if you played all 4. Would you play them all in a row like that?
Yeah.
So you.
That's
Oh,
rock and roll. Rock and roll music right there.
so if you played all 4, what would you use? 1, 2, 4, and 5.
Fingers, I would use 5, 3, 2, 1.
But 5, 3, 5, 3. 2, 1.
In your
Wait,
left
which
hand.
hand is it on?
Left hand. 5, 3, 2, 1. Because your right hand's going to be playing the melody, right?
Okay, you can play 5, 3, 2, 1. 5, 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay. So you find that better than playing 5, 2, 4, 1. I mean 5, 2, 5, 4. 5, 3 is better than 5, 4. For that.
In this particular case, yes.
Okay. All right. Oh, I see. So if we were one where there'd be a flat up there, we'd get the 3 instead.
Perhaps.
Maybe. Okay. But at any rate, that's the way you'd play them.
Yeah.
Okay. So they'd be in straight order instead of switching anything around.
Right.
And that's the 5, 7.
Correct.
Okay. So 5, 7 is not 4, 5 is not 4, 5, 7, 7, 4, 5. That's just sometimes.
That's 5, 6, 5. You're right.
Pardon?
That would be 5, 6, 5.
What's 5, 6, 5? Oh, yeah. 7, 4, 5 would be 5, 6, 5.
Yep. You're doing really good with these, Edison. You're
Well,
getting it. Coming along.
Yeah, I think I got the idea on that. And I never could figure out how to find your chart, but basically I've got the chart in my brain.
Okay.
So
the chart, let me show you where it is.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. Lou and I searched, because you said that all these files were somehow in our, in
Canvas.
In Canvas, but I couldn't identify where they were.
All right, let me take you to Canvas and let me put you in student view. That way it'll look exactly like it looks for you. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm now in.
Because you said you had that handbook.
Yeah. So I'm in student view now. This is exactly what it should look like for you.
Right. It looks like that.
And on the left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 8th thing down is a thing called files.
You know, I clicked on that.
It's not there.
Well, I don't have all that stuff. Well,
yeah.
We have it.
I have some of it. Yeah. Okay. So because I found that one picture with the 7 steps, but I couldn't.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
I couldn't find the. Oh, you're not seeing it either. Okay. I don't feel so dumb.
No, I do. Huh. All right, let me leave student view and see if it's in mine. I swore I put it in there. Well, let me fix it right now.
Yeah, because we were going to go build that chart and laminate it and everything.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But then I realized that basically the chart is nothing more than a display of the key patterns.
Yeah, it's just the musical alphabet and steps.
So in fact, all those things that I gave you for this simple gifts, I just created those by thinking about them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just went to, like where it said 6, 6, I just went to 6, which was DFA, and then inverted it, first inversion to FAD.
Yeah, you got it. So it's now there, and it's the very last page of the manual. So if you type in 63 up here.
Well, good. So now we can get that manual, and we can go through the manual.
Yeah, it'll take you there.
Okay. So then my other question would be, since you said there was a second and third inversion for 5, but you never told us what those were.
Okay, let me do that right now.
So, since I know how to create the first and second inversions of the other ones, but 5 would be mysterious since it has 4 things in it.
All right, here you go. Did you watch that video link I sent you?
I tried, but I couldn't access it.
Huh.
I access it, I'm seeing.
Oh, you did. Well, then you'll have to see how you did that.
All right, so
It's sent.
5 is our C chord in the key of F, right?
Pardon?
In the key of F, our 5 is C.
Oh, can we do it in C?
Absolutely.
Terrific.
So in C, our 5 is what?
Our 5 is G.
We got it. So if G is the bottom note, our Roman numeral is going to be 7. It's going to be a 5-7.
Right.
If B is my bottom note, my Arabic number next to the Roman numeral is going to be 6-5.
Right. 6-6-5, and that's for the first inversion.
If D is my bottom note, my Arabic number is going to be 4-3 next to my Roman numeral 5.
Wait a minute. If D is the bottom number,
Note.
If D is the bottom note, how are we going to arrange the other notes?
It doesn't really matter, but most of the time it would be D, F, G, B.
Pardon?
Most of the time it would be D, F, G, B, but it doesn't really matter how you arrange the rest of the notes.
Well, okay, so for the second, no, yeah, okay, so that's the second, and it is D. Second is 4-3. Okay, so then I can just go back and look what those numbers would be, and I can place it in. All right, and the third?
And the third would be 4-2.
So the third will be F with 4-2. Okay. So 4-3 and 4-2. So if I went up to 4, so that would be D, E, F for the second.
For the, say that again.
D, E, F.
D, F, G, B would be the third. Would be the second inversion.
Second. Wait a minute. You said D, F.
D, F, G, B.
D,
Yep.
F, G, B. Well, wait a minute. Now you've got four. You got 4 things in there. And, okay, so the third and the fourth would be F and G. And B just goes in there because you use 4 of them?
Yep.
Okay.
So the root would be G, B, D, F. I'm writing this all on my. I'm writing this all on my screen.
Yeah, G, B, D, F.
It helps you look at it. First inversion would be B, D, F, G.
B, F, G, right?
B, D, F, G.
Okay, so you're gonna put the D in there anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them all in. You could take the fifth out if you wanted, but.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to learn it so I can know what to do, because when we learned it before, you were taking that.
That was way back when you were a beginner and you couldn't handle 4 notes. Now you're a pro star. You can handle 4 notes.
G, so B, D, F, G. But it's funny because you're looking at the 6-5, right? The 6-5 is the G and the F, and then the D just sticks in there.
So on my screen, Addison, I've gotten them all written out for you.
Oh, you sure did. Okay, I'm trying to.
It might be worth taking a screenshot of this when I'm done.
F7, G, G, B, D, F. First, G, F, D, B. F. 6, 5, 6, 5 is
What do you think?
6, 5, B, D, F, G. And now you have a 4 and a 3, D, F, G, B, and a 4 and a 2. Is it F, G, E, D? Okay. Well, it's too fast. I'll go back and I'll think about them tonight.
Okay.
Figure it out. Thank you.
Did you get a screenshot?
I wrote it all down. Yeah.
Luda's got you covered.
I'm not cool with these screenshots. I don't know if it's a screenshot. My computer, I can't find my screenshots if I try to do a screenshot. So
Is it a PC or is it a Mac?
it's a PC.
So PC should have a button called print screen on the right corner of your keyboard, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it does in there. It's not on the right corner, but it's there. There's a print screen button.
If you hit that, it should copy your screen.
Uh-huh.
And then you have to paste it into like a Paint document or a Word document.
Yeah, but where do you find it to paste it? Oh, I see. You just go into the, for example, if I did the print screen now,
Yep.
and then if I went to Microsoft Word,
Yeah.
and open up a Word document,
or Paint, and then you can just save it as a picture.
open up a Word document, and then go to paste.
Control V.
Hey, worked perfectly.
All right.
All right. So that's pretty cool.
If you do it like Ben said, if you do it in Paint instead of Word, you can save it as a picture file rather than a Word document, but whatever works.
Oh, it's so dumb.
All right, I'm going to totally switch gears. I'm going to clear my screen, and we're going to go over to chapter 19. Which I think's on 240. I might be wrong. Totally wrong. I don't want to be there. I want to be on page 260. 261. For the 3 chord, we are going to revisit this chapter after the midterm for the chord progression. But I wanted you to be aware that the 3 chord substitutes for the 5 chord. And like our book says right here, the 3 chord and the 5 chord share 2 common tones, and that's why we can substitute the 3 chord for the 5 chord on some of our harmonizations. That's really what I wanted to mention. I wanted to skip some of the stuff. Oh, we should talk about Scuta. Didn't we talk about Scuta the other day?
You mentioned it, yeah. And then I think you just moved on to that friend of yours with that really beautiful piece.
Oh, yeah. Catherine Rollin. Okay, let's talk about Scuta. Scuta was a Danish composer. He wrote a lot of etudes. So here's a couple Scuta etudes. And they have the 3 chord in them. Can you spy them?
Yeah, measure 3, funnily enough.
Measure 3 has the 3 chord. Good.
You're on 11. Oh, I'm on 11, 12. 12. Okay. And in G.
Now, in this piece, you'll notice that left hand and right hand do the same thing. Every single measure with the exception of here, here, and here.
Oh wait, 3 on the top, 11-12. I was talking about 11-13 because they're both etudes by Sciuta.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Hang on a second.
11-13, that would not be right because we're in A minor there.
Right. Oh, okay. I was thinking because I saw a 7.
Well, we had 11
Oh, never mind. Yeah.
13.
We're on 11-12.
Okay. Yeah. Wow, sweet. I was right by
You
accident.
were right. You didn't even know it.
Awesome.
So you said the 3 chord was actually in measure 4.
Measure 3.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. But
Yeah.
the G, A, B. So, but wouldn't the 3 chord start with a B?
You're right. I am wrong. You're right. That's the 6th chord.
Hmm. Okay.
See, you are teaching me some stuff.
Do we have a 3 chord in this?
We actually do. Well, actually, hang on.
It
Now
is
I
in
don't know.
measure 4.
Uh, see a bunch of A chords. And
Yeah. Right. Key of G major or its relative minor. Let's see. Yeah, okay, it's G major. So the 3 of G would be B, so we need the chord that starts with a B, which is, yeah, on measure 4. None of these are inverted. At least I think the... Hang on a second.
That one's inverted.
Yeah. Hmm.
but there are, yeah, there's no B's, right? Well, I might be able to play that one. It has every other hand.
I love pieces like that where like you watch the person playing and their hands are just like a wave. You know, it just looks and sounds like it's just really nice to play.
Yeah.
It
So
feels
they're
great.
totally in sync with the choreography, aren't they?
Yeah. Maybe just a little bit too dramatic there, but yeah.
It's
great.
You know who Long Long is?
Long, no. It's not the most ridiculous. Do you know Francesco? Kind of off topic, but do you know Francesco Tristano?
No.
He's a modern pianist, and he plays like. He stands up when he plays, so he's like. So.
But this isn't one of our harmonizations, is it?
It's not. It's just a
No.
sight reading example. I wanted to show you the
Yeah.
3 chord in action.
Well, show us a 3 chord in action, but didn't find one.
No, we did. We found it. It's in measure 4.
Yeah.
Measure 4. There's a B.
And it's specifically a 3/6, right?
E.
It is. It is a 3/6.
A 3. Oh, okay. So not only are we looking for a 3 chord, but in this case, we're looking for an inverted 3 chord.
Correct.
So, now if that's an inverted 3 chord, 3, 1, 2, 3 chord, and that is
It's 1, 5, 6, 3, 2, and I think that's
6.
Let's see. What is that last? Oh, it's another one. Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Now, if you were in Theory 2 right now, why aren't you in Theory 2 right now?
I don't need it for my degree, and I don't want to. I don't want to do it online because it didn't work out last time. I'd love to take it in person though, but
Well,
we'll
you have
see.
access to my videos.
Mm-hmm.
We just went over this in theory too, huh, Christian?
That is a perfect authenticate. Wow, wait. That's right. Oh, what was that?
What are we calling that, Christian? I'm forgetting too. We're calling that a cadential 6/4, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So theorists won't really recognize this as a 1/6/4. They'll put it in parentheses or bracket it and say that's a cadential 6/4. It doesn't count as a 1 chord.
Because it's basically just the 5, but with one note different. It just functions as the
Delayed
same.
suspension. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So example number 2.
But if you look at that and it starts on E, so
Which one are we looking at? Where are we looking?
that 3/6.
Yeah. Right here, starting on D, F sharp B. So if you look at my chart here, here's my 3 chord. And the third of my 3 chord is the D. And that's why it's in first inversion.
But isn't that an A chord?
It is not. It is a B, D, F sharp chord.
Well,
B.
I mean a 6. Okay. It's a
Look at my screen.
E.
Here's my 1 chord. Here's my 3 chord. My 3 is B, D, F sharp. My bottom note is the D, which means it's 6 in first inversion. So my notes are D, F sharp, and B. And then D, F sharp, and B. D,
Okay.
F sharp, and B.
Wait a minute. F sharp.
Because
Yeah.
of the key signature. Because of the key
But
signature.
where's the F?
Second note in both hands is an F sharp. We're in measure 4, right?
Oh, see, I'm in measure 3, trying to figure it all out. But it's not measure 3. It's measure 4.
Yeah, I tried that once. It didn't work, so I went on.
So that was like 3/6. That's a 3/6.
Yeah.
Starting with
All right, so
okay, so there's a B. F sharp.
if we go to the next example, we're now in A minor. Is this true?
Yeah.
That's
So
not
A's are 1. So we're looking for a C, an E, and a G.
And we'll find that also in measure 4.
This is true. And they have not, at this point in the piece, raised our scale degree 7. So we are a natural minor to this point.
Because we raise that 7 for the 5 chord because that makes it major, and we don't do it for the 3 because that makes it augmented, and that's kind of gritty apparently.
Correct. So we do get the raised scale degree 7 at the very end. And these are the 2 notes that don't match along with those, but everything else is a repeat of the other hand. But this time we're descending instead of ascending, and we're in minor. Yeah?
Quick refresher, by the way. Melodic minor typically had the raised 7 ascending and had it lower descending? Or do I have that backwards?
No, you have it right, but you also cannot forget about the raised 6 and 7 ascending,
Oh, right.
and then lowered 6 and 7 descending.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So you can't really make a case for melodic minor here because you never raised the
Right.
6. Yep.
I wasn't going to. I just thought it was
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
interesting how they had the raised 7 descending.
Yeah.
And you kind of don't. It's just.
So if you raise scale degree 7, generally you're going to raise it for the 7 chord and for the 5 chord, and not necessarily for the 3 chord, because let's play it as if we did. Let's turn it into an augment and you tell me what you think. They also have a 7 here, don't they? Let's make this a diminished 7. It's a little tangier.
I actually kind of liked the
I
diminished
do
7.
too.
I don't like the augmented third, though. It just sounds wrong.
But it doesn't resolve how we want to hear it either. Yeah. So generally, you're not going to see an augmented third, but you might. It's like an albino alligator. They're out there. But you got to go to New Orleans usually to find them. I think their albino alligator died in the zoo. They used to have one in the zoo. It's pretty cool. All right. I would like to leave this chapter now, I think.
Because we're just going to come back to it later.
We are. I mean, there are a couple of harmonizations that will be on your list from this chapter, I think. And they're weird. They are strange.
If you look at that again, back at that 8 2 to 11 12
Yeah.
in measure 2,
Yeah.
is that some kind of a fifth? A 5?
It is.
So that's a 5. F A D.
F sharp AD is a 6/5, 5/6. Excuse me. 5 chord and first inversion. So Roman numeral 5/6. You are right.
Right. Okay. All right. So when we're looking around and we see these things that might not look like chords,
Yeah.
but they start a chord and then instead of going to third, they go a fourth.
Yeah.
Those are probably first inversions of something.
You got it.
So we just have to pay attention to that.
Yeah.
And then work backwards to figure out what first inversion it
Right.
might be.
Yep. What you want to do, Edison, is stack them in thirds. So if you have F, A, and D, that's not in stacked third order. But if you make it D,
DFA.
A, it is in the stacked third order. Yep, that's what you want to do.
Yeah, you can go back and do that, or you can just know that it's going to be a D, which is the fifth, and so it's going to be a D6, right? First inversion of the D.
You got it.
Okay.
All right, Luda, we are to your home country.
Stacking back. Okay, so the idea of stacking back is
11-17 from the Ukraine. Do you know this song?
11-17.
Yes. Have you ever heard of it before in your life?
I hear it, but I cannot.
Picture what it is.
Yes. I cannot remember what it is.
Ja nie znают.
Who?
Ja nie ja nie znают. How do you say it? I don't know.
Яник. Яник знают.
Is that how you say I don't know in Russian?
Я не
Pippa.
знаю.
Очень хорошо. Я не знают.
Я не знаю.
Знают. There
Я
you
не
go.
знаю.
All
But
right.
melody familiar, but
Okay.
name of compositor and piece I cannot.
So this is an interesting example. They tell us it's in minor, but if they didn't tell us in minor, you could hear this either way. You could hear it in major or minor. I mean, I can play it in major. But you would probably want to end on minor because they give you an E, which would be scale degree 6 in G major, which wouldn't work so well.
Yeah, jazz
So
chord.
that EM means that it's E minor.
Where do they give us the EM?
Above the 2 in the second measure.
Oh, I'm further up than that. I'm in 11-17.
Oh, 11-17. Okay. That was in 11-20. Okay. 11-17. Okay.
So they want us to harmonize this using 1, 5, 7, and 3 chords.
Transposed to F. What? So you said it's in E minor,
Yes.
but okay.
Not G major, but E minor.
Ends with an E and starts with a
B.
D.
B.
What?
Starts with a B.
Starts with a E, right? Ends with a
E.
ends with an E. And you just decided it was going to be E minor.
Yep. All right.
And you did that because E minor is the from the G,
Yep, the relative minor. You got it.
right? So even though there was a B there, but because you found an E, you just went ahead and called it E minor.
Say that again.
Well, there's a B. It starts with B
Yes, it does.
and ends with E. And
Yeah.
before you were telling us to look at the beginning and the ending.
Right.
In this case, they're not the same, but there is an E. So you just
Right.
pick it because there's an E.
I also told you to look for scale degree 7 because sometimes they will raise scale degree 7, and if they raise scale degree 7, we know we're in harmonic minor. But in this example, they don't do that.
Look at scale degree 7. Okay,
Yeah.
so we would have been looked for an F sharp.
Nope, scale degree 7 in the minor key.
Pardon?
Scale degree 7 in the minor key. So in E, we would have been looking for D's turned into D sharps. But they never give us one, so we're not an E harmonic minor. what they're doing is they're flirting back and forth. Are we really in E minor, or are we kind of in G major half the time? Do you hear it?
Or maybe we're in A Dorian or something weird. Who knows? Sorry,
Yeah.
F Dorian. F Dorian.
My modes are
Oh,
messed
yeah,
up.
That's what we recently talked about modes and composition, so that was fun.
Did you learn about limb dapple?
Limb dapple. No, I'll have to ask Dana about that today.
See if he knows what limb dapple is. I used to know what it is.
All right, and I'll tell him that you were the one that brought it up, so I don't embarrass myself.
Yeah.
Even into big nothing.
I mean, what is he talking about? He's such a proficient jazzer. He'll have easier ways of teaching it than me. That's for sure.
Absolutely, he's a great guy.
Yeah. All right. So when we get that D, what are we going to put in there? We're going to put the G major chord. Because we're using these 3 chords. 2, what is that? We have a 4, scale degree 4, so we're going to put the 5/7 here, yeah? We could get away with a 1 here or a 3 here. Either one of them work, I think. We'll try that out in a second, see if that's true. Here we got to have the 5/7. Here we can put the 1 again. Here you can do the 1 or the 3. Here you can put the 3, I think. Five, 7. Here you could get away with either. So it really is going to be what kind of a sound do you want to give it? Major or minor? Let me play that with the opposite. I don't know. I think you really need to go with the 1 there. It's kind of rough. Kind of frustrates that leading tone. Now, do y'all know what a Picardy third is while we're here?
I know I knew it at one point, and that frustrates me.
A Picardy third's when you're in minor.
Oh, and you use the major third.
At the end, you make it
Yeah.
a major.
That's right.
It's a perfect opportunity for a Picardy third. Okay. I want to leave this. So I'm going to clear my screen if that's all right. And then I want to run over to page 240 and talk about group 3 scales.
Two, four. Group 3 scales. Isn't that on a different page?
Yeah, I think so. $230. What is it? 232. 231.
I'm so far behind in everything, but the last few days since I screwed up my group 3 scales, I've been working on those, and finally they aren't that hard.
Good. Okay, B flat, 2 black keys, B flat and E flat. You will notice that our book does the whole black dot thing, which I really like. It's great for the visual learner part of me. I can see there's my black keys. I can also see that they do not line up with the finger number. One hand has a 4, the other one has a 3. One hand has a 3, the other one has a 4. So I think I told you the story of my student that painted her left hand 4 and her right hand 3 the same fingernail polish color, and then did another color for her left hand 3 and her right hand 4, so that they would always match when she played a black key to learn the B flat major scale.
Well, you told me that I was so far off when I did those, but in reality, I did the right hand correctly, because the right hand is just F.
Yeah. Yeah, so one good exercise that I tell students to try to do is to play just your black keys for this scale. Start with 3 on B flat and 4 on B flat in the right hand. And then play your E flats. Just alternate on B flat and E flat with 3s and 4s and 4s and 3s. Everything in the scale is an exchange. All the white keys are exchanges. You have 2, 1 on C and D in the left, and you have 1, 2 in the right on C and D. And then you have 3, 2, 1 in the left on F, G, A. And you have 1, 2, 3 on F, G, A in the right hand. I taught this to one of my private students yesterday, this exact same way. We blocked according to color. So smash the black note, smash the white note, smash the black note, smash the white note, smash the black note. So if you separate it that way, hopefully it'll be easier for you. Group of 1, group of 2, group of 1, group of 3, group of 1, group of 2, group of 1, group of 3, group of 1. Yeah? So I want to continue here tomorrow. I'll get the overhead camera shot going so you can see exactly what keys I'm playing, and we'll go a little bit slower. We can spend more time on it. What's going on over there, Edison?
I can't remember my finger numbers. So, I know how to do this now because I've been practicing it. It wasn't matching up with your finger numbers because I couldn't remember which fingers to put up.
Well, I will say I've had multiple students that have had to write their finger numbers on their fingers with ink.
Because I was putting 2 but the wrong 2. I was actually putting 4. And it wasn't right.
Yeah. All right, we'll pick up here tomorrow. Unit 18 tomorrow.
Cool, cool.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Later,
You-
Dr. Bascom.
Bye.
Wonderful weekends. Bye.
Oh, yeah. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Remember who you were and what you stood for. We'll see you on Monday.
Okay, and you-
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Monday's a holiday. Yeah.
Monday's a holiday. We're going to be in Pismo Beach.
Oh, nice. Enjoy.
But you put that thing on already, that book. You
The manual.
Manual.
put the
Yeah.
manual
It's there.
in there.
Yeah. You can
Terrific.
print it out right now. All right.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.